Hello everyone, welcome to Creating Grin, a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons real play podcast set in the homebrew fantasy world of Solaris on the continent of Alteratus. At the table we have the 3 players that will bring to life our adventurers. To my right we have...
Jason, playing Gorath Thunderfist, a Goliath fighter. I'm glad to be done with these birds because I can't kill them ever. And I always take like 1 or 2 little measly hit points, and I'm sick and tired of dealing with them. I'm really, really ready to use this pot to maybe like cook some birds and keep bringing them back to life and just to kill them.
There is Achilles' heel.
All right, and I am Brian, playing Kelbrick's Goldfound, a human grave cleric. And Kelbrick's is a little shooken by finding Sendra's dead body and is unsure of what to do next.
And I'm Katie, playing Ari Arcalis, a tiefling rogue who is glad to be out of the Landgate area, and also upset that she can't yell at Sendra for not explaining the tuning fork.
And my name is Eric, and I will be your dungeon master for this chapter of our tale. Alright, as stated before, the rain is falling on the cobble road. You moved over towards the tree where these ravens flew to assault you, only to discover the lifeless body of Sendra laying underneath the tree. As Kelbrix is nearby her body and Ari follows up as Gorath holds the reins of the horse, what would the 3 of you like to do?
Well, I am going to... I don't know if this is going to work. I've never tried it on someone who is actually already dead. I'm going to use my Eyes of the Grave to see if I can find any marks on Sendra stating that she was meant for death.
Okay, so go ahead and explain that to our listeners and viewers.
So, generally, Eyes of the Grave will... As an action, I can locate any undead creature within 60 feet of me. But of course, in this campaign, we have a little extra flavor added by our amazing DM.
Oh, thank you so much.
That with the use of Eyes of the Grave, there is a visible marker that is shown on individuals that are actually meant for death. As a soul shepherd, as I am, it is a mark that I have to pay close attention to, because those individuals, I am kind of bound by my duty to allow them to die.
Go ahead and use your Eyes of the Grave, I think, which is a bonus action?
It is an action, actually.
Okay, so you take the time, you kneel down, you burn the action to cast Eyes of the Grave, and you actually will see not only a mark on the forehead of your goddess, but there's like a purple aura around her. This is a common thing for you to see when their time of expiration is up.
Okay.
But the question is, this is Sendra. What do you do?
All right. Gorath, or Ari, either one of you, want to give me a hand? Let's take Sendra's body and take it to one of our horses.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take Sendra's body and pull it over towards one of our horses.
Okay, which horse do you want to put on?
We can go with Buttercup.
All right. Oh, that's a tree. Don't move the tree.
Can I ask what we're doing with her body?
For now, we are gonna take her with us, and I think we'll need to give her a proper burial.
Fair enough.
As Gorath looks stunned.
So, yeah, like how bad is she?
She's...
What kind of state of decomposition?
So she would not be in a true state of decomposition. She shows sign of battle. there are wound and markings. You're more than welcome to make a medicine check to determine what may or may not have happened.
Just gonna see what I can see with when they're bringing her over.
I mean, she's, for the most part, she seems to be intact.
Okay.
She shows signs of, like I said, some type of violent combat. There's some pretty evident markings and wounds that are, critical strikes or hits.
What are we talking about? Killed, sliced, pierced. What have you guys been able to find out?
I'll do a once over on her. I'll use a medicine check and see what it was. That's a 4 plus 5 for a 9.
There's a lot of slashing damage that you can see with a 9.
Okay. Probably very similar to those claws that we've gotten and found.
Yeah, I want to take a closer look too, just to see if we're dealing with animal killing her, swords killing her, hammers, whatever, and I don't see shit. That's a 5, a 4 plus a 1.
Well, you can definitely see what Kelbrix notices. They look like, just slash marks. Some of the armor has been damaged, and, there's a few markings on the face and things.
I would like to look beneath the tree to see if there was anything left behind with her.
You may do with an investigation. That's perfect.
12 and 3 for 15.
There are a few feathers lying at the base of the tree, and you will spot, with that number of a 15, kind of pushed into the ground near where her hand or arm was, a very familiar looking ring that you currently are wearing.
I'm gonna take that.
Okay, so you bend down and pull it from the earth and mud and recover it. Does anybody else want to do anything as Kelbrix tosses the lifeless body of Sendra onto Buttercup's back?
You good?
Yeah.
Are we ready to keep going?
Kelbrix is a little choked up.
We need to get somewhere a little bit better than this place to give her a good, proper burial. She deserves better than this.
As the party, very somber and quiet, loads and mounts back up on their horses, animal handling checks to ride on, as the sound of rain, distant thunder, and occasional flash of lightning paint the backdrop as they ride on.
That's a 10 for me, 7 and 3.
That's good. Dwarven horse will cooperate.
It's a 21 for me, 18
and
plus 3.
Buttercup is very cooperative.
And 12 for me, 9 and 3.
Excellent. So you will continue to ride down the cobble road, heading towards your destination with a friend in tow. I believe it is roughly, midday at this point, or is this late evening?
I believe it's towards the evening.
I think so. So you guys will ride for, let's say, 4 more hours or so before night settles in. The rain will taper off, and as night begins to settle in, and you find yourselves in a nice place to kind of pick your spot for a long rest or to set up camp. What would you guys like to do?
How far do we plan on taking her?
Well, about how far of a ride would it be to the towards that lake south of us?
If you rode, let me measure that out, just so I don't give you wrong information here. From your current position, if you rode about another 4 hours or so, you could make it to the lake. It's about halfway through the night.
Okay.
By the time you got to the lake, it might be, doing some exhaustion checks. You could probably get there without
in the morning.
doing it, but it's up to you.
Yeah. Would you guys be okay with a little bit of a detour in the morning?
It's fine with me.
Can we get there? Is it the same type of grass on the south side of the road as it is on the north side?
No, it is not. It's taller grass, but you could ride through it. It's not like that sharp razor, tall grass and the sweeping grass plains. That was a good question.
Yeah.
So setting camp for the night.
Mm-hmm.
How will the watches go?
I'll go first again.
Okay. Gorath takes first.
I'll go second.
And I'll take the final.
Okay. So Gorath, at this point, go ahead and give me a perception check as you two will settle down for the evening. Also, if you're going to do rations, make sure you reduce your ration consumption on B&B Beyond.
Oh, shit. I got a 6.
You're probably overwhelmed with grief for the loss of Sendra, we'll say. Or maybe not. I don't know.
I'm just dumb. Founded.
Dumbfounded.
Founded.
Okay, gotcha. Your watch will go uneventful. I mean, you will spot a few riders riding on the road, but they ride by very quickly, as if they have a destination to get to in the middle of the night. Other than that, it's pretty quiet. So you will move over to nudge Ari, who is next up, I believe.
Yes.
Awesome.
It's a perception, right?
That is correct.
Got a 11, 6 and 5.
11 is a little bit better.
Not by much.
I will tell you this: you won't have too much activity. It's like getting close to morning. It's very quiet at this point. There are a few small nocturnal creatures that you are able to visually kind of shoo away a little bit, like they're a little bit more afraid or intimidated by your presence than you would be of theirs. As the night goes, or the rest of the watch goes peacefully, just the gentle snore of Gorath is the only thing that can be heard up to this point.
During my watch, I would like to search Sendra's body.
You certainly can search Sendra's body.
What would you like me to roll?
That would be an investigation. And
6 and 3 for 9.
a 6 and a 3. Well, let's see. It's going to be interesting. So, you check the normal places that people would keep things. She still has one of her weapons, her main weapon that she had, which I'm going to check her character sheet right this second. She had a short sword that she had sheathed to her left side. It's not there. Just the sheath itself is still attached to the belt. You will find a dagger that she had strapped to her boot that is still there. I could replace the one that you lost with the gibbering member, just saying. But, it is your friend, your really good friend, Sendra.
We're that good of friends.
Okay. You will find she has elven chain shirt on. She has an arcane focus that is a kind of handmade, if I remember correctly, a handmade symbol of the Arcanist that she made on your guys' last road trip.
Mm-hmm.
Because she lost her first one with the first encounter. She has rations. She has 10 of them, actually, in her pack. There's a spell book in her pack as well. She's got water skin still attached to her side and some torches that are available. And that's about what you got. And I don't know. You will find also she'll have her small coin purse. It's tucked inside the belt, like it's tied to the belt, but she's got it kind of tucked on the innards of the belt.
Mm-hmm.
And there's 15 gold pieces And I'm sure I'm going to have to count them out for you because you're going to take those. So
I indeed.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Dang it. 15. I grabbed a stack of 14. One short. There you go, Gorath. Pass it on down.
I'm going
Double
to
check my math. Make sure.
I'm going to take the gold and the rations and the chain shirt.
Yep.
I
I will need an athletics check to remove the chain shirt because that's a little bit of work because it's underneath kind of her, tunic and stuff. She doesn't advertise that.
Ooh,
That good.
nat 22.
Quietly removing the elven chain shirt and then placing everything just the way you found it. It is yours. She's a grave robber now.
She doesn't need it anymore.
Almost.
And she's not been buried yet.
That's true. That's true.
I left her important stuff. Like
Hey,
her
I'm just trying to
focus
help
on
you
it.
build your resume. That's all. When they come to you and say, "What can you do?" you can say, "Well, here I do this, this, and this."
Well, I can stealthily steal things off of dead people.
Yeah.
All right. With that being said, you tuck away all the findings. You make sure things are appropriately left and or put back the way they were to not draw any suspicions, and go over to wake up Kelbrix as morning is starting to approach. Kelbrix, you are up.
All right. I'll do a perception check for my watch. That is a 20. 22, actually. 17 plus 5.
Okay, excellent. So, with that all being said, you do not encounter anything nearby other than road traffic beginning to pick up. You'll be hearing wagons and occasional horses ride by as the sun begins to peak and morning begins to awaken. Your watch will go off without a hitch, and it seems to be a very bright and sunny day.
Okay. Alright, well, at that point I'll go ahead and wake up Ari and Gorath.
Okay.
Alright. Come on, guys. We got a bit of a ride ahead of us.
Do we recover our pecking points?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you get a full long rest and to recuperate
Forgot about
any
that.
lost HP. As it is early morning.
Alright. And I'll go ahead and load up and put Sendra on the back of Buttercup and start heading towards the lake.
Okay. That would be a animal handling check, and I am assuming everybody mounts up and heads and follows.
Yes.
Yep.
So the riding order will be what?
I can keep going first. It's fine with me.
Alright, so Gorath will
I am
pull in the lead.
the expert
Woodsman.
grassland man.
Oh, Grassland. That's a new one.
That's a 19, 16 plus 3.
You and Dwarven Horse have bonded, and you will take the lead and ride very comfortably through the plains and grass.
It's a 7 for me. 4 plus 3.
Buttercup is
Fighting me a little bit.
fighting you, resisting you a little bit, yeah.
I have a 15.
Hey!
Three.
Excellent!
I can actually ride a horse for once.
Sam and Ari are probably right behind Gorath as Buttercup and Kelbrix are struggling. But
Buttercup
nonetheless,
doesn't like the dead person on him.
you will continue to travel. Gorath, as you ride... Oh, let's see here. About 3.5, 4 hours. You're getting pretty close to the lake. You begin to smell smoke. You begin to hear distant murmurs or talking of what you believe to be people. But there is a small cluster of trees or grouping of trees and things from whence you're kind of smelling and hearing this. It piques your excellent woodsman / grassman
Grassman
skills.
All right, I'm gonna halt the group here.
Okay, bringing the horse this time.
Yeah, like we've got company up ahead, guys. We've got company. Right? I'm gonna ride ahead, see if I can see if there's anything,
Okay.
some type of a perception, I guess, to see which direction are we. Is it off to? Closer to the lake?
Sure. Go ahead and give me a perception check. You won't need to make an animal handling check. We'll keep using your previous.
Oh, that's a nat 1.
Oh, excellent. It looks like trees.
Trees. All right, I'm just going towards the noise.
So Gorath just rides directly towards the cluster of trees, and where the noise is, doesn't say anything. What would the two of you like to do?
Did he tell us to stay put?
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, he halted you.
Yeah, he halted us and then he went off.
Yep. Just riding.
You want to just stay here? Should we wait for him?
Oh, give it a minute or two.
Alright.
Oh, okay. So he will just continue riding directly towards the cluster of trees. And it's not like a large grouping that you would consider a forest, but it's a pretty decent sized cluster of trees. And he just continues to ride, heading right towards it. As you begin to approach Gorath, your keen perception begins to see what looks like buildings. Wooden buildings or huts, thatched roofs. A small collection, maybe anywhere between 3 to 4, and then one large building. Amongst the trees, you can see wisps of smoke coming from the rooftop of the large building. You can see what looks like movement of people or something, or maybe even creatures within the cluster of these buildings. It could potentially be a small little village, hamlet, or something like that.
All right. So can I tell what kind of creatures made the buildings based on their design?
Give me a history check.
All right.
You're very good at that.
That's a 10.
Humanoid.
All right.
Potentially human. I mean, they look like buildings you would see in a very small village. They're made of, like I said, logs, thatched roof, mud. They're well constructed. They're not as fancy as some of the other buildings you've seen.
About how far out are they?
You are just at what I would consider the tree line. So maybe 50, 60 feet in from where you are. It's a bit of a clearing where these buildings are.
All right. Okay.
You're probably 100 feet away from both Kelbrix and Ari.
All right. I'll turn around.
Okay.
That's all I wanted to do. I was going up, just seeing what was up there.
Okay, so you pull the horse around and ride back. You guys will see him kind of halt there and look, and then him and Dwarven Horse are trotting back.
So my keen senses tell me that there are people up here. There's some smoke and some chattering. So do we want to go talk to the people?
I mean, might as well.
Sure.
All right. Well, let's go.
All
Alright. So you guys will ride, and as you do, you will see exactly what Gorath was talking about. You'll get towards this small little tree line. You'll be able to see these round kind of thatched roof huts or buildings in one long, larger kind of rectangular building, clustered together, spaced to give what might be like territorial lines or whatever, but it looks like a tiny village amongst the trees. There are noises. You can smell the smoke. There is a pathway off to everyone's left that looks like it could enter in, like a clearing or a straight path that would lead into this small little village. There are no markings, there are no signs indicating a village name or anything like that.
Okay.
It looks relatively secluded.
Can we see anyone walking around?
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
8 and 5 for 13.
13 is good enough. You will spot a few people going to the rectangular building, the larger building. You will hear a few people making conversation nearby.
Are they human?
What you can tell, they sound human. There's a few different dialects. There's Common being spoken, there's Elven being spoken, and there's a different dialect you're not familiar with.
Well, there's people walking around.
All right, let's head in to the village. That'll be interesting.
Sure.
Pulling on the reins and kind of kicking the side of the horses. Riding order going in. Do you want to send in the intelligent woodsman?
I think Calvert
First?
should go first.
Okay, I'll go first with a dead body draped over my horse.
Sure.
I can take Sendra if you'd like.
It'll be fine.
What could go wrong?
Yeah.
Right? All right,
Several
so
things could
Kelbrix
go
will
wrong.
ride first, and who will take... Are you going to follow behind, Ari?
Yeah. I'll
Okay,
follow
so
behind.
Gorath, they're going to leave you behind to cover their back.
No,
Just
all right.
Safety, so nobody sneaks up behind. Okay.
Exactly.
So moving into this small little forested area, it is grass about halfway through. So the first 25, 30 feet is a grass pathway, and then it slowly transitions over to a moss-covered cobblestone. And it almost looks like a road.
Nice.
So
Okay.
as you guys continue to ride, you will encounter this. You will ride into a village. And it is when you are approached by a woman who looks like this. She has fair brown skin. She has dark black hair, dreadlocked essentially, and she's got like colorful leather bands kind of tied into it. She has wooden hooped earrings, and she wears leather armor, leather pants, and she has high leather boots, black, that are kind of like tied up. They go all the way up to the knee. Light skin, kind of tanned leather, or light colored leather armor. Various kind of teal and a few bits of purple kind of color splash throughout her motif. She will approach, and she will kind of put her hand on, almost stopping you, and she says, "This is private lands. What brings you here?"
Apologies. We were, one of our allies and friends had passed away, and we were heading towards the lake in order to give them a proper burial.
Okay. She will kind of lean past and see on Ari's horse the body of Sendra draped over him. This is a grove, a sacred grove, is what she'll say. A collection of druids, is what she says.
Our apologies. Like I said, we're just hoping to give a proper burial to one of our allies and comrades.
Let me direct you to the elder, is what she'll say. Follow me.
All right.
And she will begin to lead you down this cobble roadway that's covered in moss. And she's going to lead you directly to that large building, that large rectangular building. And you guys kind of pull your horses along, or just trotting along. And when you guys get to about midway down that roadway, you will see two people coming out of the large rectangular building. One of which is a male who looks like this. He's got some braids in the front. He's wearing some furs and leather. He's got almost like a crown of leaves as he walks out right behind a woman who looks like, oh, I didn't want to do that, who looks like this. She is an elven woman, fair caramel-skinned elven woman, beautiful hairdo, kind of braided up and almost like a beehive. It's just intricately woven. And you will be led directly to the two of them as they stand out, and the guide which guided you in will look to what appears to be the elder elven woman and says, "These are travelers that stumbled upon our lands. This one here would like to speak with you," is what she'll say, directing directly to you, Kelvix. And I'm actually going to change our map. And congratulations, I did a thing.
Congrats, it worked.
And she, being your guide, will step off to the side of the road so that you guys have a complete, uninterrupted audience with what appears to be the elder, as she referred to her as.
Greetings. My name is Kelbrix. We were traveling to the lake here in order to give one of our comrades a proper burial who had fallen in a battle. And we stumbled across your grove.
Well, Kelbrix, my name is... I don't want to name this wrong. I'm going to call her... I don't know what I want to call her.
It's prolonged silence.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Stumped me, and this is unusual.
Name that you cannot pronounce in your native tongue.
Yes.
You may call me Julia.
My name...
Yeah.
My name is Oleath, is what she'll say. Jason keeps it. Okay, so that is the official name given.
Oleath.
Oleath and Pow. There you go.
Oh,
Totally misspelled that.
Yeah, that's how you sound,
I was
man.
close. Just an E instead of an I.
And this is my
Ole.
counterpart, is what she'll say, Dolan, as she looks towards the human male who came out with the braids and kind of the half wreath on his head, essentially. We welcome you to the Druid Circle, is what she says. It isn't common that we have travelers stumble upon the grove. Is there... Why don't you come inside? We can discuss your situation further, is what she'll say. She will actually turn, and she heads towards the front door. One thing you notice, there is no wooden door on the front door. It's literally vines and foliage that's grown there. And they're just kind of like door beads, essentially. You know, and she just kind of parts them and goes on through. And Dolan will just kind of step off to the side as your guide will nod to you and begin to walk back towards the front of the grove where you met her. What would the three of you like to do?
Well,
I guess we're going inside.
yeah, I guess so.
Is there any place to tie the
Tire
horses off?
There are trees. Alright.
So we'll go.
Or
There's a nearby tree off to everyone's right there.
Yeah.
Take the horses, tie them off.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will grab Sendra.
thank you, Gorth. I was about to ask you.
Okay. Let me put her token on here. Pew. And give her the red X of death. There you go.
Alright. And I don't have control of the tokens.
You don't.
That's fine.
That's fine.
So
I will give it to you. There you go. You should have control of Syndra's token now.
So we'll head inside. Go ahead carrying Sendra. And
Making your way inside, you can see that this is a very large building. It is roughly about 80 to 85 feet in length, 30 to 35 feet in width. There are 2 large wooden picnic tables or dining tables off to everyone's right. There is a large stone fireplace off to or in the left corner, and 3 large, long wooden benches that are kind of like positioned around the fire for, warmth or comfort. The floor is completely clean, fresh dirt, and there are patches of grass that grow beneath the kind of dining tables off to the right to provide like a rug appearance or something like that, as well as the arrangement of wooden benches off to the left near the fireplace. There's kind of a arcing patch of grass that has grown beneath them to provide kind of a similar effect. You will notice in the northwestern corner, just making sure there, I wanted to see anybody gonna say anything, a set of wooden steps that lead up to a second floor, and I will give you a better visual along with the description, I hope. Let's see if I can do this right. Okay, so this wall right here is actually above you. It's the second floor. There's a room above you. Underneath, obviously, is like you can walk underneath the second floor room to the fireplace. And so there has to be a room or something unable to be determined at this point of what it is or whatever there.
Okay. Now, is it a like overlooking balcony, or is it like fully...
It is a wall. It's a full wall.
Okay.
Yep. It's private, you would assume.
Okay.
Come, she says, and she's going to move over to this table back here. As you will follow her, Dolan will move in and stand nearby the door, kind of looking onward. You will notice another gentleman,
what are you
human, at the table that you just passed, and there's a large, well, to you, there's a fairly large brown bear that is actually sitting, and he's kind of like, got the bear's head is kind of hanging over this human male's shoulder, trying to get to the human male's food at the table. He looks like this, very similar to the picture. He is just loving all over this bear. This guy is got long brown hair, a bit of scruff. He's wearing, leather tunic, very light flowing leather tunic, comfortable looking leather pants. He has moccasins on his feet. He just, looks like he would be like a woodsman or a hunter or something, but he's got very light gear. He's not dressed up for like war, and he's just having fun with his pet, or this bear, which I don't know if or how you guys react to a large brown bear inside of a building that you pass by, but that's up to you. So
I'm gonna stare at the bear and like, what the hell? But still walk over to the table.
I'm gonna look at it like, well, I don't want to put her on your table. Or if you're gonna eat off of it, where is there a good spot I could place her? I could put her on the table.
She will say, "Follow me," as everybody has a seat, and she will lead Gorath with Sendra to the steps. Do you follow?
I will follow.
Okay. And you will be led upstairs to a door, a wooden door, as she will extend her hand, and you will see vines or some type of foliage kind of grow from her hand into what would appear to be some sort of door lock, and then you'll hear the door click, and then she will push the door open. And so if I did that right. So as that occurs, she will lead you into what appears to be an apartment. She will direct you to a room. Small little comfortable room that has kind of a messy looking bed in it, and she will say you may place her body there.
Alright.
I'm assuming you will do
I'll
so.
lay her down.
Alright.
Gently.
And she will lead you back downstairs, leaving the door open at this point for everyone's comfort, I would assume, so you don't think anything crazy goes on. And she will go have the seat at the table there. I'm assuming, Graf, you will make your way.
Oh, I'm going to sit right back to back with this bear.
I figured so. So you will take your seat once again, as you can feel the hairs of the bear occasionally brushing against the back of your neck.
Sit here looking behind me at this giant bear in amazement.
Yep.
I want to wrestle it.
So, the caramel-skinned elven woman of years, or the elder, as she's been named, she introduced herself as Olaeth, looks to you as she sits there, and she says, I've been expecting you. She looks directly towards you, Kelbrix.
You've been expecting me?
Yes. You came to me in a premonition, or an omen, is what you'll say.
Okay. And what is it that you are wanting to, or believe you should assist me with?
I'm uncertain. I seen your image. So, you were with a woman. A beautiful woman. Who came to me and told me that you would be seeking answers. That's what she says. And lo and behold, you are here, along with your friends, and a dilemma, is what she'll say.
A dilemma indeed.
So, what can I do for you? As she looks to each one of you.
Well, we have a way that we may be able to bring Sendra back. But
Why have you not done this? Is what she looks to you and says.
well, we are missing one item that is needed for that, which is 200 pounds worth of salt. And I am a follower of Morgana. I am a
Give me
unofficial.
an insight check when you say that, please.
Plus 5. 17.
When you say the name Morgana, and you begin to explain these things to her, you can see on Olaeth's face, there's a bit of a smile that creaks up, and she gently kind of nods her head as if she completely understands, and she's very familiar as you continue to speak.
So with that being the case, I looked, and Sendra has the marking showing that it was her time, which is why I'm at a dilemma. I don't believe it was.
You're doubting your god's markings, is what she says, which your insight check will let you believe she's familiar with Morgana, she understands, or she's dealt with soul shepherds.
Yes. That is why I'm at this dilemma.
She smiles again at you.
It's something I've never been properly trained in the way of a soul shepherd. I've picked this up and communed with Morgana at one point after having found her symbol and spent a long time communing with and trying to discover what purpose I could have.
And as for the two of you, she looks, what are your thoughts? How important is this friend to you?
She was part of the team. We should bring her back.
She nods at you, smiles.
I like the bear.
You hear from the table the human male say, "Thanks."
Can I pet your bear?
You say, "Sure."
All right, you guys keep talking. I'm not gonna start like ruffling with the bear. I'm just gonna be turning around here and just messing with the bear while you guys talk.
Well, we didn't exactly see eye to eye on some things, but she was a friend of ours. And
I'm gonna turn around. She was a nice lady. We made a promise to help her.
we did promise to help her save the world or something.
I'm gonna go back to scratching the bear.
So it seems like she was taken before she could fulfill what she was meant to.
Killed by those stupid bird people too.
All you make insight checks. You two go after.
Ooh.
I don't know if she was killed by the bird people. I just said it. 7.
All right.
Nat 20 for a total of 25.
Excellent.
Nat 23.
Wow. Okay, so the 7 indicates
I'm just spewing
Gorath
stuff.
is literally just
Distracted by
randomly
despair.
saying things, but having a great time petting the bear.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Kelbrix and Ari are both dialed in intently on Aleath's facial features and such as she looks to you and kind of says, "Tell me more about these bird people. What do you know?"
We don't know much. This is, well, we believe them to be part of a cult that is known as the Caw of the Raven. And we know that they have recently acquired a book and were hunting us because we had acquired a map from them. We've had a few encounters with them. And we fear what their ultimate goal is.
And what do you think that is what she says.
I am not entirely certain. I know, based on what we have discovered, it has something to do with the book, which, in theory, is supposed to be able to grant immortality. And we were actually searching for an individual. Unfortunately, our paths got separated from Sendra, and during that time we believe that the Caw of the Raven found Sendra and killed her.
Do you have anything to add? Looking to you, Ari.
No, that about sums it up.
I can tell you this, the Call of the Raven is real. The presence is becoming a little closer to comfort than I would like. We've encountered increasing amounts of ravens in the air, circling this area. And we've heard them in the distance.
Well, it was only a half-day's ride from here to the main road, which is where Sendra was attacked and found. So, as of give or take 6 days ago, they were fairly
In the
close.
area. Okay.
well, maybe not quite 6 days. We had horses, and we would have traveled a little faster, so maybe 3 to 4 days.
She had a horse.
Are your time frames correct? The body didn't look that long expired, is what you'll say. Maybe within a day or so. Tops.
That's... I don't think Sendra had a horse. I think she set off on foot.
She had a horse before.
You guys got her horse.
Oh, we did get her a horse.
Sure did.
Her horse was gone. Oh,
correct. So she had a horse.
Who knows how long she's not had the horse?
It's true.
We don't truly know when she was attacked because we weren't there.
No.
And we were moving at a medium pace. Maybe she was just being casual.
Very good, Gorath. Very
True.
good. Do you have an inspiration point? You're getting good at earning these, man.
I have one now.
Unfortunately, you cannot have more than one. But Gorath is definitely onto something. I'd like for you guys to go ahead when he says these things. Give me another insight check.
Every once in a while, I'll say something smart.
It's the bear.
Oh, it's a good bear.
It's a good bear. Am I doing an insight because I'm not paying attention? Because again, I'm just spewing stuff out.
That's there. You're fine.
Okay.
It's 13 plus 5 for 18.
That's excellent.
14 and 3 for 17.
So what he says is probably true. Like, she stalled around. Even in the note, I think, if I remember correctly, she couldn't wait any longer. She took some time. She may have just trotted or walked the horse, hoping that if I move slow enough, they'll catch up.
Yeah.
So she hasn't been expired or passed on for that long. Well, what is it that you wish for me to do, is what she says. You have your dilemma. Everyone seems to wish her back. Should you? Shouldn't you? Is what she says as she looks directly at you, Calbrix.
It is your call, Kelbrix.
Maybe she'll have answers. Maybe she won't.
Does anyone know Speak with Dead?
Unfortunately.
A good cleric would, yes.
Unfortunately, I'm not high enough of a level for Speak with Dead.
Dang, Garnet.
I know. So, no, I don't know Speak with Dead.
You said something about a pot, is what she says.
Yes.
Do you have this pot? Can you describe this pot if you do not have this pot?
I will pull it out from my pack.
As you pull it out and show her, I'm assuming putting it in the center of the table,
Yeah.
her eyes will light up as she says, where did you acquire this?
We found it in a...
Tree. It was in a tree.
She doesn't act surprised when you say that, like she, you know.
It was below a tree in a vault.
Still in a tree.
It was held by a wizard.
A dwarven wizard is what she says.
A damn dwarven wizard, what it was.
As the bear is continuing to enjoy this riches.
Why do you know that?
I'm guessing this was theirs and the dwarven wizard had stolen it from them.
That's an inspiration point if you don't have one. That is correct. This was taken from us several months ago, is what she'll say.
Interesting.
As I said all along, we were here to right a cosmic wrong.
Well. Ooh.
I can use this. I can bring your friend back. I can take the burden of crossing the line that you cannot cross, is what she'll say.
I say we do it.
But the pot will stay here where it belongs. It is ours.
I believe that's acceptable.
Very well then. I will prepare things for your friend.
One question.
Do ask.
When this pot went missing and there was the dwarven wizard, did by chance an individual from this enclave leave as well? a female elf.
Why do you ask, is what she says.
There was a... Yes, we do. I believe that Thessaria had grabbed this with, or possibly for, this dwarven mage. We encountered her. She had...
In a grove, or a clearing.
That is correct.
Foreign wood, is what she begins to spout out.
That is correct.
It seems my intuition, my visions are correct. We are meant to cross paths, is what she'll say. That is indeed true. She was a druid amongst us, is what she'll say, in the druid circle. She was tempted, fallen in love with a dwarf, a wizard.
Trickery.
And she'd stolen a pot for him. We found her, but we never found the dwarven wizard. When we found her and tracked her down, she was in the Foreign-wood, waiting, we assume, for the dwarf. She was punished, is what she says, Olayth says. We never did find the pot or the dwarven wizard. We did not wish to remain inside the Foreign-wood for incurring on the war taking place within the Morin and the Foreign-wood between the elven cousins. But we sentenced her to become a dryad, never to leave the area. That's what she'll say.
Well, she's definitely not leaving now.
She has been put to rest.
She will just nod her head.
And the dwarven wizard has been dealt with by the other mages.
Excellent, is what she'll say with a bit of a smile on her face.
Well, the pot is yours.
Indeed it is. She will take the pot. Dolan, I will require salt, is what he'll say, and he'll go, oh. He kind of lowers his head, and he will begin to make way out of the back of the building, as he knows I have to collect 200 pounds or whatever of salt. And that's going to take a little bit of work. Feel free. Make yourselves comfortable. I will come get you when the time comes, is what she'll say. She collects the pot, and then she begins to move towards her apartment upstairs. As you are free to do, say, whatever it is you guys wish to do at this point.
Gorath, are you still petting that bear?
Oh, yeah.
I got 5 gold on Gorath.
At this point, there's been so much interaction with the bear. The human male looks and says, "Name's Kelvin. What's yours?"
I am Gorath. What's the bear's name?
Bear.
That's a good name.
I thought so too, my friend.
It's a good name. I've got a dwarven horse outside. His name is Dwarven Horse.
That's a great name for a horse. That's a dwarven horse.
It's amazing. Does your bear wrestle?
He will. He gets a little frisky sometimes.
I might have to take him up on that a little bit later.
Oh, I would love to do that. That would be fun. Right. I wrestle with the bear quite often.
What kind of food
What kind
is
of
around
wrestling?
here?
We mostly deal in fruits and vegetables.
I'll handle fruit. I don't like vegetables.
Okay, I can
Unless they're fermented.
Well, we do have some for parties and occasions.
All right. Well, this is a great place.
Are you from the Demon Spine Mountains?
I am.
I've been there a few times on some travels. What part are you from?
I can't even remember it anymore. It's been so long.
You probably would say just the, I don't know.
Just the Demon Spine
The Demon Spine, yeah, exactly.
They're my mountains.
Okay, excellent.
You know, we share them with other mountain dwellers, and sometimes ones that dwell within the mountains that get to be little... Let's just put it this way, I don't care for dwarves.
Well, he leans in, he says, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. They are shifty little bastards.
They are indeed.
We're going to be good friends,
It's
Gorath.
amazing.
Come.
All right, Kevin, let's go.
Kelvin.
Calvin.
Looking out. So he will start to lead you out as the bear starts to walk. You guys will head that way, leaving Kilbrix and Ari at the table. Quiet, awkward.
What the hell just happened?
I believe Gorath made a friend.
Clearly. And what did you mean by frisky?
I don't think I want to know.
I don't either. I got 10 gold on the bear.
I'll match that. I got 10 on Gorath.
Well,
I have faith in Gorath.
The good thing is that with my strength, I can tangle with things one size larger than me. So
Yep. No, you can definitely wrestle this bear.
That's the bear.
That's the bear. That is the bear.
All right.
should we go outside?
Yeah, this is going to be worth watching.
All right.
Excuse me. As the two of you make your way out and kind of leaning up against the side of the building there, Kelvin will look to you and say, okay, Gorath, let me get things arranged here. So he moves over, leading over Bear. Dear.
Bear.
Kind of talks and whispers to Bear. Bear's like, and he's going to make his way back towards the, about 10 feet back. He says, okay, he's ready when you are. So go ahead and make an initiative check.
all right.
God.
It's a 15, a 13 plus 2.
Okay, so Bear has a... Bear has a 6. So it looks like Gorath... Let's clean this up a little bit. No more ravens to deal with. Alright, so Gorath, you had a 15.
Yes, yeah.
Excellent. And Bear has a 6. Okay. So Gorath, you are first to go as Bear begins to kind of, on all fours look in your direction. You're up first.
I'm just gonna run in, just laughing like, "Oh, this is great!" and just try to scoop the bear with his front paws.
Okay, so 25 feet charging in towards Bear.
Right.
Were you trying to body slam?
Oh, I'm just trying to scoop his legs up and then drive him down.
Oh, okay. Excellent. So it'll be an opposed athletics.
Sorry, I have a 24, an 18 plus 6.
Okay, so Bear does not have a 24. He does have a 20.
Ooh.
So it is a down and dirty, almost Greco-Roman style, if you will. You do take the legs, the front legs of the bear out, but he's still got some fight.
Still going.
So he is going to now attempt to do a playful bite. Enough pressure not to damage, but enough to get you to release the grip. And that is cocked. I will roll that again. That is going to be a 20, unnatural or dirty, as he's going to apply 4 points of piercing damage. If you release, if you do not, he will go ahead and bite down and do the...
No, I'll release as soon as there's pressure.
Okay, so that will be his action, his first of 2 actions, let me clarify. As you release the hold, he will now get up on his hind legs, and he is going to attempt to bludgeon with just the brunt or the paw for his second action, as that is a 16 and 11 plus 6.
Well, that'll hit.
And he will deal 11 points of damage.
Dang.
Is what he'll do. As it is now your turn, Gorath.
All right, so this is going to be gonna run in and I'm gonna like try to open palm, slap him back.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Do it.
What is that to roll?
You're gonna do a unarmed strike. I would assume.
Okay.
I'm just gonna whack him.
It's strength modifier.
It would be your strength +1, and you should have unarmed strike on your in B&B Beyond. Look for unarmed strike amongst your other weapons, where the worn hammer is, and all those good accoutrements.
What did I do with it? Hang on. Hey.
Oh, we got it's fine.
Yeah,
It's not like we're doing a podcast.
no, don't do it.
Or a YouTube channel. Hey, smash that like button, comment, and subscribe. Plug.
Let us know who you think's going to win this fight.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
Alright,
moving closer to see better.
As Ari moves closer, she moves right by Kelvin almost there.
All right, that is an 18 to hit. 12.
That will hit.
All right, and it just says 5.
Yep, so you'll deal 5 points of non-lethal damage. I'm
Ah.
assuming.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So his little bar goes down a little bit. So I am going to put Kelvin's name in there so people on YouTube can see Kelvin and his name. Hey, there we go. All right. So with that being said, good old bear will take another palm swipe at you, sir. That's probably not going to cut it with 12.
No.
Yep. So you will slip the jab, as they say there, and he will take a second paw swipe at you. That one is a dirty 20,
That will hit.
and he will deal. Let me double check the damage on that. I'm pretty sure it was. Yep, it was 11 more points of non-lethal bludgeoning damage. He's not using claws, just using the soft parts of his ball.
I'm just going until I fall down.
Oh, okay, that's what I figured. So
Yeah.
go right ahead.
Yeah, all right. All right. So this time out, I'll try to do the same thing. Try to palm strike him back.
Go right ahead.
Oh, that's cocked. So
It's turning into a slap fight,
that's
which, ironically enough, in my social media feed, that's what I've been watching. People slapping each other until they're not.
that's basically what this is turning into. It's just a slap
Like
fight.
a good old slap fight.
So 12 plus 6, 18 to hit.
That does.
That will free you 5 more points of damage.
So what he'll say is he looks a little frustrated, as he will take his... he has an 18 to hit you with his first ball,
That will hit.
and this one is only an 11.
That will miss.
All right, so he'll deal 11 points of non-lethal damage to you. How are you looking?
I
Yeah,
got
you're
9
looking a little woozy. You kind of stagger back. That one hit you right in the
Yeah.
temple there.
And he's got another attack, right?
Here made both.
Oh,
You
he
missed
did
the
make
one,
both.
hit the
Okay.
one. Yep, it's your turn, sir.
All right, one more time.
Yep,
All right.
let's do it.
That's a 14 to hit. 8 plus 6.
Yeah, we'll do. You'll hit.
5 more points.
Oh, excellent.
This time I
Okay.
kind of stick my chin out.
Okay, so what he's going to do now is he's going to do the Hulk kind of like double slap in the ear holes there. Oh my god. One of them will hit, the other one will not. He has a... was it a... double check numbers. That is an 18 for one, and the other is an 11.
All right, 18 will hit.
So the one strike will hit you true enough to stun you. It'll knock you down. He'll, won't kill you, but it's enough to kind of knock you down woozy.
It's enough to end the fight.
Yes. As Kelvin says, "Oh, who's a good boy? Come here, Bear." And Bear will and starts running directly
back over
towards
here.
Kelvin as Ari runs away.
No, I stalk back over to Kelber because I'm holding
Oh,
my hand out.
oh.
Because
The
thank you
coins.
very much.
I'll get up and just start laughing. And then, I'll go up and, run with the bear.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Alright, Gorath, I'm gonna walk over to you. Say, that was a good fight, but you lost me 10 gold.
Why would you bet on me to beat a bear? the bear was going to totally beat me the entire time. I just like wrestling with the bear.
I thought you might be able to beat the bear.
I don't want to kill the bear. I want to wrestle the bear.
I'll cast Cure Wounds
Bro.
at 2nd level.
All right.
So you will get back... oh, man, I should have just knocked you out first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll get back 11 points.
As Bear will get on all fours, and Kelvin will mount Bear and begin to kind of ride in. It was good to meet you, Gorath.
Goodbye, Calvin and Bear.
And
They're very
run
good.
off. They will run off. And I think it's probably a pretty good place for us to stop this chapter of our tale.